Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today's card is this one. It's a super easy fun fold, which I bet you weren't expecting that. I'm going to show you step by step how to make it with the Ocean Friends bundle, which is a part of the Friends of the Ocean suite from Stampin' Up! So if you want to see how to make this really cute fun fold, please keep watching. So to make this card, we are going to be using the Ocean Friends bundle, which is a stamp set and a die set that are bundled together. And if you buy the bundle, you save 10%. It is part of the Friends of the Ocean suite that is on page 30 and 31 of the January to April mini catalog. If you don't have a mini catalog and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be more than happy to send you one. Just click the link in the video description to fill out the request form and I'll get one sent right out to you. So this is the Friends of the Ocean suite, and here's the bundle, all the dies, the Sunny Day dots, this super cute soft waves embossing folder, and the gorgeous designer series paper. I have been loving this suite and I've been playing with it all week long. To see more projects, including this one, head over to my blog, sassypapercrafts.com, where you can see this card that we're going to be making today and the other ones that I've made. So we're going to do a little bit different for, this is my sample I made, and it's Melon Mambo with a little bit of that pumpkin pie. We're going to be using Calypso Coral, Summer Splash, and Pumpkin Pie for our next, the same card, but it's just going to be different colors. So I have all my pieces here. Let me move the bundle out of the way. We're going to use it in just a bit. We are going to start with stamping, but I just wanted to show you the pieces. So I have my piece of designer series paper. It's 12 by 5 1/4. And then I have my inside pieces. This is the Calypso Corals 4 by 3, and this is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Then I just have a little scrap of Summer Splash, which is 2 3/4 by 1, and then a piece of basic white, which is 2 1/2 by 3/4. I have this little piece of glimmer paper. This is Peach Pie, but for this one here, I used Petunia Pop, which is our in colors, and this glimmer paper came in the in colors, and I thought I would use it. So this is a 1 inch by 5 1/4 inch strip, and I actually used the waves die from the die set to make that little wave. We're also using the crab, which I need to get out. I used the seaweed here, the starfish, and this big coral as well. And then you're going to need your base. This is it for a card base. It is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. This is Calypso Coral. And I'm going to show you how to put the card base together, and then we'll do our stamping. So I have my card base here. Again, this is 12 by 5 1/4, and it is scored at, where is it? 1 inch, 4 inches, and 8 inches. So we're just going to fold it on the score lines. I know it's really hard to see the score lines, but they're there. Designer series paper, by the way, does break. Like, it will break if you score it too hard. So I scored it very lightly. Trying to find my 1 inch score line, which is up here, because I did it so lightly I can hardly feel it. There it is. Because on this card, I actually kind of broke it a little bit. There's a little bit of a tear up there, but if you do it lightly, it shouldn't rip. But here is our card base. So I want this to come back a little bit, and then it's going to sit like that on our card. And when you open it up, it'll be that way. You can do it the opposite way as well. If you wanted the Calypso Coral piece to come out, you could fold this part in and then fold this part back in and fold that back out. And you could set it that way as well. But I'm going to go the original way. So I'm going to put it, I'm going to put it this way, and fold that back. So it's going to go just like that. I'm going to grab my stamp and seal, and we're just going to go ahead, I'm going to put some seal just on this back piece. And then what I like to do is close it up just so I can see and make sure everything's lining up correctly. But just like that. And then we're going to stamp on these pieces. So I'm not going to put those down yet, but you can put down your glimmer paper. I just put a little bit of seal along there. And then this is going to go on this strip. But I want it to cover up the Calypso coral. You might want to use liquid glue for this part. We want it to cover up that designer series paper. It shows a little bit, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take some seal and stick that down. Just like that. So that is our card base complete. I'm going to set that aside. We're going to do our stamping. I need a scrap piece. I'll go with this one of basic white because we're going to be stamping our crab. Let's do that first. So like I said, I have Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, and Summer Splash. I'm going to take the pumpkin pie first and the solid crab. And I'm just going to ink it up. And we're going to stamp off once. And then I'm going to stamp onto my basic white. And I did that just to make it a little bit lighter. And then we're going to go in with the Calypso Coral and the detailed pieces. So I'm just going to line it up best I can. Sometimes it helps if I stand. It's easier when I put my head directly over it, but I didn't want to get in the way of the camera, and that's a little bit crooked. So we're going to try it again. Flip that guy over. Just like that. We'll do the detailed first. I'll go back in with that pumpkin pie. Stamp off. And try to line it up. This might even be easier. That's much better. It's a little bit crooked, but it's much better than it was before. So now I'm going to take my Summer Splash and I'm going to ink that up, or ink our Hello Friend up in that, and then take this little piece here. And that is our sentiment. And before I put that away, I'm going to ink up this coral piece and get on the bottom of our, this is the inside of our card. One of those. And then I'm going to get the Calypso Coral back out because we're also going to ink up some of these bubbles. And just put them right in the corner. And that's the inside of our card. So I'm going to die cut the crab off camera quickly. Hopefully it matches up. And then we can put our card together. So not only have I die cut our crab, but I did die cut a few extra pieces that is just going to make our card pop. So here is our card base. Use my seal again. And for the rest of the card, I'm going to be using the Stampin' Seal and a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals. The starfish here I have on mini glue dots. I just find that way I don't lose them. They're so tiny. And there's the inside of our card. So go ahead and open that up, and I can put the inside of our card inside of our card. Pop that right there. And then on this piece here, I think I am going to go with some liquid glue, simply because it's just easier and it gives me a little wiggle room. So I'm not going to squeeze too much. Oh, it's a little bit clogged. Sometimes you got to unclog it. There's a little bit, dotting it, kind of all over. I do want some of it to stick out a little bit, like on this one it pulls up. So I do still want to keep that. I'm just gonna pop this right on the center. I don't want to go off the card too much in case I want to mail it. That looks good. And then we can pop our sentiment up on some dimensionals. I'm just going to use 2 because we're going to take our little melon mambo seaweed here, and I just like to cut it in half and then take a little bit of liquid glue. And glue that piece down. See, we're getting into the dimensional. There we go. Glue that piece. And then take a little bit of liquid glue. Put this at the top. It just kind of makes it longer, and you can really put it where you want it. Take the backings off of those. Right there. I'm going to grab one of the starfish, maybe on the calypso coral piece. And then we can open this up and then put a couple of starfish on the inside. You could also use mini dimensionals if you wanted. And I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue for our crab. I want them going that way. Kind of like a surprise inside when you open up the card. And then to finish it, I have a few of the Sunny Day iridescent dots. These do come in 3 colors. I have a new pack here. Melon Mambo, Pumpkin Pie, and Summer Splash. I'm going to use the pumpkin pie ones. I'm going to close our card back up. I'm going to stick a large one up there. And then 2 of the smaller ones just kind of scattered. I want to go there. And that is it for our card. So the same card 2 different ways. And you know what? To keep that stuck down a little more, I'm going to burnish it with my bone folder. Again, not too hard though, because this is designer series paper. It's a lot more fragile than cardstock. But I hope you enjoyed this card. If you want more using the Ocean's Friends bundle and the Friends of the Ocean suite, I do have a card class to go running until March 31st. You can find it at sassypapercrafts.com/current classes, or just click the link in the description. Again, it is open until March 31st. If you're watching this video after March 31st, please check out all my other classes that are at sassypapercrafts.com. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.